Hi, I'm Amaya Tempest. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am a water spirit who is very dyslexic. I read a spell book wrong, and it became a forbidden blood magic. And um, because of casting that spell, my hair and my left eye turned red. Uh, and because cast a forbidden spell, I was thrown out of my domain, and now I'm in a small country called Singapore, being a VTuber. I've made some slides for you to get to know me a little better. Let's get into it. So about me, uh, my name is Amaya Tempest. Amaya being the Japanese word for night rain, and Tempest being a storm. I can speak English; it is my main language. Japanese, uh, and some Chinese. I'm not the best in Chinese, but I can understand a little. Uh, Another thing about me, I love reading BL, like any type, as long as it's not too triggering of a story. Uh, yeah, I like BLs. I am very forgetful. I am quite dyslexic, so some parts of uh like a gameplay, if I'm required to read a long text, there's a high chance of me messing that up. I'm a weeb. I love animes. I literally spent probably $200 on anime merch in one day before. And I'm a huge bookworm. For fan names, I've been thinking about raindrops. If if anyone has a better idea, please let me know in the comment section because I am bad in naming things. Next, animes that I like. I'm a huge fan of Black Clover. I loved it, but the thing was, it was incomplete when I was watching it. So while waiting it to release the next episode, I kind of forget to pick it back up again. I'm gonna have to rewatch the 140 episodes that I've watched previously. Inuyasha, I have watched that anime at least 3 times by now, from start to end, all the way into the final act. Nurari Hyonamago, that is also another thing. If you can't tell, I'm obsessed with yokai stories. Katekyo Hitman Reborn. That was hilarious. I love the storyline. It was a while back ago. I should rewatch it. Um, but know I had a crush on Hibari. Assassination Classroom. I love the first season. I can't bring myself to watch the second season because I've read the manga before the second season came out, and I could not watch the finale. I can't. My friend sent me a screenshot while she was watching it. I immediately cried just from a screenshot. Gakuen Alice. I love that anime. Uh, oh no. I mean, okay, the kids were annoying. I'm not a huge fan of kids, but uh, seeing them work with like their powers and stuff, and like the hidden drama behind the school, that was quite interesting. And of course, there's a lot of comedy surrounding the main character in the beginning as well. It was quite a fun watch. No Game No Life. Oh my gosh, I wish There was a second season. It's so good. I've watched it like 5 times. I'm currently watching it with my friend right now again. I love the season. Kind probably would do without some of the nudity, but I love it. I hate that it was left on such a cliffhanger. Uh, 魔法が高校レッドス. Um, that is also another one. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I love those kind of stories where, uh, like they make fun of someone who is the weakling, but it became like an underdog story where the weakling was actually like the strongest person. I'm obsessed with it. I think for the first season, since when I watched it, the second season was not even announced yet. I've watched it from start to end at least 4 times. Love Stage. There is a BL. I just love the comedic parts, especially how the dude didn't realize his crush was a dude, and the reveal was kind of hilarious to me. Was a short watch if I didn't remember wrongly, but that was a nice show to watch as well. Kyo Karamao, sub it's quite a subtle BL kinda, but I love that series. I've watched that like twice. If you can't tell, I love to rewatch shows that I fell in love with. I have a whole list of animes I need to watch, as in for the first time, but I can't stop rewatching shows. Itazura na Kiss is an adorable uh shoujo anime. Probably one of the first, not the first, but it was one. It was like quite in the beginning of me watching anime, but the story was adorable. I loved it. Yeah. Hunter x Hunter. Oh my gosh, I love that show. Kind of disappointed on how censored the 2011 version was, but nonetheless was a good anime. Still is. 伯爵と妖精. This I know I loved it, but I can barely remember the story. I need to rewatch it again. I just know the main character was hot. Ghost Hunt. Uh, one of the first supernatural anime that I've watched. It was awesome. I think I've watched that at least 6 times since there's like I think 12 episodes was yeah, it was about 12 episodes. Next one is kind of hard to see, but it's Sekaiichi Hatsukoi. Um, yeah, there's nothing to say about it. I just love like I don't know. The BL part was cute and all because it was based around first love, like love at first sight. But at the same time, I don't know, like seeing like the editor's side of stuff on making a manga that never crossed my mind before until I watched this anime, and low-key that was impressive. Mermaid Melody, that was one of the first long anime that I've watched that's like 52 episodes for the first season. I think I loved and remembered all of the songs that appeared in the anime. I have watched it probably 3 times as a kid. Will I watch it again? Probably not, because I'm cringing thinking about some of the stuff that was in the anime, but it was a good show. Uramichi Onisan. If you're a fan of adult humors, like not the dirty kinds, but adult depressing humor, Uramichi Onisan is the anime to go. It is hilarious at how dark it was. Yeah, it's a good show. Next is books and manhwa that I love. Scum Villain Cell Saving System. That is my number one book right now. I have read it on fan translation for like at least three times until the official book came out. I rushed to the bookstore and I currently have both book one and book two on my shelf. Uh I've read physical books twice already. I love the series. It's an interesting take on the isekai genre. Yeah, I love it. Kind of sad that it's a BL and that it's like not everyone's cup of taste, cup of tea, but it's a good book. The Percy Jackson series. Oh my gosh, I am a huge fan of Greek mythology. I'm a huge nerd on it. If you allow me, I would be ranting for hours and hours on end about the whole entire mythology. Uh, but the Percy Jackson books, I may only have read it once, but for some reason, I can remember roughly like which page holds my favorite scene. Like I can open the book and be like plus minus 10 pages off for my favorite scene. I love the series a lot. I kind of hope that the remake for Percy Jackson will be good. Really hoping. Harry Potter. I love the lore. I have never finished neither the show nor the books. The books, I'm still stuck in the first book because I keep forgetting that I was reading that halfway. Um, the main reason why I forget that I'm reading Harry Potter books is literally the next book in the list, Solo Leveling. Uh, Solo Leveling. I am guilty of reading that book at the very least 7 times on the manhwa and at least 4 times on the novels from start to end. I hate the extra. I wish they just left it as it is, but I have read the whole book for like 4 to 5 times each. Sign's a good BL, mainly because is an interesting couple between a hearing and a deaf person. I don't know. I hardly find any manhwas or mangas that has this kind of coupling. And I mean, the story was quite cute since uh the hearing guy actually took the time to learn sign language to communicate with his deaf boyfriend. Daytime Stars. Oh my gosh, that book raised my standards so high. The main character was such a green flag. I felt so single while reading the book. But do I love it? Yes. I've read it 4 times already. I need to stop rereading books. But Daytime Star is a straight manhwa. If you love like romance book, I really highly recommend Daytime Star. Noblesse. Um, this book will always have a spot uh in my heart because I legit waited from like chapter 100 something all the way to the end, which ended in 548 chapters. I think I can't really remember, but it's in the 500s. And with manhwas, they do not update like the translation very consistently, if you know what I mean. Basically, I've stuck my ass on this book for like probably 3 years or more just to see the main not protagonist, antagonist die. When he did, it was so satisfying. But that book will forever hold a spot in my heart. Love so pure. Oh my gosh, I started off simping. Next thing I know, I'm crying that everyone got their happy ending. It is a BL. Uh, I think, yeah, all of the couple minus one are gay, one lesbian couple. But it was such a good read. I can't remember the main story because I've been stuck in the side story a lot. I will probably reread that again. Moving on from the books and manhwas, the games, because I'm going to be a gaming VTuber. So I'll introduce some of the games I have played. Um, and these are the games that I personally love a lot. They might not make uh, an appearance on the channel, maybe as a short videos. I don't know. For now, I don't think any of them will be appearing, minus Hogwarts Legacy because I'm in the middle of recording it. Um, but okay, first things is Stardew Valley. I followed this game for like no, more than 3 years. It's 2023 now, so I followed it for like 5 years or so. Um, I love the game. In the beginning, I originally pirated the game. I felt so bad doing that. I immediately deleted it. And when I actually had a card I can use, that was like one of the first thing I've bought in my Steam account. I love the game and the fact that the whole entire game was made by one person uh was like an inspiration for me because I did take game design and I know how hard it is to do everything from scratch. So Stardew Valley will forever be on a pedestal for me. Persona 4. I'm actually in the middle of playing through it. It's an extremely long game, but I do know from start to end what happens, so I'm putting it as a game that I know. I love the story and the fact that you can start off the same game with someone and end up with totally different stat by the end is amazing for me. And the fact that it's like a mystery kind of solving game, uh, it was fun and I love the story. The Pokemon series, I'm way too invested in it. I've owned every generation from Fire Red all the way down to Sword and Shield. Uh Legend of Arceus and after was like the first time I didn't buy the game off pre-order, which was kind of sad, but the thing was I was slowly losing interest in playing on the Switch. So I stopped myself from getting the games because Pokemon games are quite expensive. Genshin Impact. Um, this game, not so surprising. It was like the number one game in 2020. I picked it up with my friend. Think I hardly put it down. I did like gave up on the game like twice or so. So now I'm back to more casual playing. I have finished most of the story quests minus the Sumeru ones, but I don't think I'll be playing Genshin on this account because I am on AR-59 and there's like nothing much to do. The Dragon Age series. I'm obsessed with it. There was a point of time I actually even learned Elven, like the Elven language, just so I can curse at my classmate without them knowing. Uh, and that was a fun time, but um, I love the story to the point that I do know most of the characters, like backstory and stuff. I've owned uh Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3, including the DLCs. I They may appear on the channel, maybe, because I am in the middle of playing Inquisition, and I remember in Dragon Age 1 it was a bit too hard, so I couldn't, like, you know, pass the level. Mass Effect. Uh Same thing with Dragon Age. Uh I love, like, I love the space stories. I love the fact that you're meeting like aliens and stuff. Obviously, that's also the war that you're fighting with. I love, like, the diversity in the stories. Like, okay, there are bugs and everything, obviously. Like I know about the facial bugs in Andromeda and stuff, but oh no, I just love how they make each character quite unique to themselves. Especially in Andromeda when you're driving around with the buggy. Uh it's it's so cool that whoever you bring along with, they start talking to each other. That was like my favorite part of Andromeda. Anyway, Hogwarts Legacy. Okay, I know the controversy about it, but frankly, I don't care because it's a game that I enjoy. I don't care about J.K. Rowling. I don't care about anything behind it. I just love being in the world of magics, aka in the wizarding world of Harry Potter. I don't care if, like, J.K. Rowling is an ass, because frankly, when I think about Harry Potter, I don't even think about her. I think about the magic. I think about the wand casting, more specifically the potions. I'm obsessed with potions. Hence why potion craft is there. I may or may not have an obsession with potion craft. I've played it since like, I think it was the beta release or like the early access. Uh yeah, I've played that in the middle of class. I know I shouldn't have done that, but I couldn't help myself. Disney Dreamlight Valley. That was a game I was debating on buying. Uh but I've fallen in love with it. I love, like, those casual games where you can just run around and just do whatever you want. You can make friends with people, like the characters there. You can farm stuff. You can go sell things and upgrade your house, whatever. I love that, like, freedom to do stuff. It was, oh, it bringing back like that childhood joy of seeing Disney characters again, and that you can customize your character to look however you want it to be. That was nice as well. This War of Mine, um, it's an amazing game that shows you how it's like to be in the middle of a war instead of being like a war hero or like a soldier out in battle. For This War is Mine, you're basically playing as a father with his young daughter, and your goal is to survive as long as possible. You have days where obviously water and food are scarce, so uh you can control the adult. to go out night scavenging for more food, for more resource. At the same time, because it is in the middle of a war, you might have to steal from people, you might have to kill someone. It has that gray moral side, and I love it so much. Apex, a weird transition, but Apex is a game that I'm enjoying a lot with my friends. Uh Apex would appear as short videos because uh I'm not a good player. I suck at it. So I don't think like a full blown gameplay footage from me would be fun. I would just do clips on some stupid random stuff me and my friends do. Uh yeah, and my friends have the habit of calling my real name. So that is also a reason why I'm not going to be posting a full video on it. And Twisted Wonderland. Twisted Wonderland is probably the only mobile game that's on here. Yeah, Genshin is both mobile and PC, so it's fine. But Twisted Wonderland basically is a Disney game, but it's based on the villains. And the thing that I love about this game is that the characters, because you're in a school, they all like interact with each other, whether or not you're in the same dorm, whether or not you're in the same year, they all know each other because you're in a school. Like most people, like especially if it's a small school, most people know everyone. So it's interesting to see how like other characters interact with each other. Uh, you get backstories to um like certain characters to make them look more appealing, to be more interesting. The one sad thing that Twisted Wonderland doesn't have is that you can't date them. I know it's a school, but the characters are way too fine not to be in dating scenes. I'm talking specifically for the third years because I'm not that interested in the second and first year, but still, I wish they put dating option for the third years. Anyways, some extra things, songs that I love. Um, King, the song King has me on a chokehold after I heard it from a VTuber named Belmont Banderas. His voice makes things so good. I wish I could stay for his stream longer, but listening like for a long term in a Japanese live stream does hurt my brain quite a bit because Japanese is not my first language. It's a language that I picked up later in life. So as much as I want to stay for his stream, it's kind of hard for me. Shina no ga Iwa, that song creeped me out so much because it does sound quite yandere for me, but it is still a good song. My friend loves it, and in turn, I've listened to it quite a bit, and it appeared quite a bit on my TikTok feed as well. Yeah, so it ended up getting stuck in my head. Deja Vu by Uki Violetta. This is a song from the Nirisanji talent Uki Violetta. This is, if I'm not mistaken, his debut song. Um, his voice is so calming in the song. I remember when I first watched the video, I actually teared up a bit, and it was the perfect song for a lullaby. Legatus 505 is also from a Nijisanji talent named Folger Ovid. He is also the gem mate for Uki Violetta. Uh, oh no, I just love the vibe for Lagada's 505. It was an interesting song. It made me feel stuff. Uh, the next song is Black Rover from Black Clover. Uh, yeah, it was like a nice upbeat song that I keep repeating the opening just to listen to it. Like it's the one time where I'm not skipping the intro. I'm just like constantly watching the intro just to listen to the song. But yeah, Black Rover is good. I think Black Catcher is not on this list, but there's also another good song by the same singer, if I'm not mistaken. This game is the opening song for No Game No Life. While I was watching No Game No Life, that song was stuck in my head for a very long time, and it became to a point of obsession. So the song is staying on the list of songs that I love. Strazile Dimbukures, I'm sorry for the pronunciation, was a song recommended to me by someone while I was trying to learn Romanian. Sadly, I couldn't pick up the language, but this is a very good song. It's a Romanian song. There's, I don't think there's any English in it, but it was so good that it was like the one song I would be like singing in the shower with. Mordred's Lullaby. Yeah, this was an interesting song because how did I say this? It's like it's based on the King's Arthur's legend. Basically is was it Morgana that was singing it? Uh, it's like so-called explaining to Mordred in a lullaby on his purpose for Morgana or something like that. I'm not that familiar with uh King Arthur's legend, so I can't really say much, but it was a creepy song, but it was a good song. Ifu Dodo, that song appeared on my feed too many times to not get stuck in my mind. Um, for your information, I only really know the Project Sekai version, aka the one with Kaito, Akito, and Toya, if I'm not mistaken, that's his name. I do know that there's quite a few Genshin remix for it, to the point that everyone is like, "Oh my gosh, it's the Genshin song." I already know it as the Vocaloid one. Um, but that song is upbeat and the dance for the chorus, I don't know, it makes me happy just trying to dance it. Can I dance it? No. House of Memories, another song that kept appearing on my For You page on TikTok to the point that it was stuck in my head. And that is like most of the song. It just appears constantly on my feed to the point that it's just stuck. Ghost Rule, yeah, I saw one MMD with Shao on it. And yeah, let's say that just became like one of my favorite Vocaloid songs afterwards. White Tea by Corpse Husband. I love all of Corpse Husband songs, but this specifically was one of my favorite. Do I know why? No. I just love it. The Sorting Hat by Riddle, trademark. Trademark TM? I don't know. um it's an old fan made Harry Potter song, if I'm not mistaken. Um, it was a lullaby song that I used to listen to, but it was a cool song that explained more or less about the Hogwarts history. Yeah. Moonlight Shadow is an old song. I do not know how I know it, but that had became one of my favorite songs. Hotel California, classic, love it. If I go karaoke, I would sing it. Bully in the Alley. This is a sea shanty song. It came from that whole entire craze with sea shanties. Just so happened to stumble across this on Spotify while I was trying to search for new sea shanties, and the beat for this was so perfect for me. It became one of my favorite, or probably my number one favorite sea shanty songs. What I wish to do for this channel, basically would be, uh, because not, I've never really done social media stuff before. So for now, I'll set my goal small. It is for now to hit 100 subscribers at the very least, hopefully. And be comfortable enough to stream because I am actually quite an introvert. If you ask any of my real life friends, they can explain to you how introverted I am. Um, but yeah, being comfortable enough to live stream and also to finish my own VTuber model. The model that I have right now is a temporarily one. Um, I do not know when I can finish my very own. I am in the midst of like cutting up the parts and like finishing the lake area, but there's quite a bit of like shadow studies that I need to do to actually finish the bottom parts. So that's another issue. Uh and also the part where I have to rig basically everything. But yeah, for now, these are my three main goals that I want to do. Uh, there is one that I do not have the guts to put in, but basically it was to hopefully, after I get into the comfort zone of streaming, is to have a collab with anyone. Just have a collaboration with another VTuber. Um, I do not have a schedule up right now, but um, I would probably post a schedule by like at the end of this video. But yet, this has been a 30-minute intro of me, Amaya Tempest, and I hope that I get to see you in the next video. Uh, Currently, I have quite a few videos to edit, so those videos have been recorded before this introduction. So, yeah, hopefully I pick your interest and I get to see you in my next video. Bye bye.